Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Jenn Espinosa-Goswami over at Be Weightless. So I'm so excited you're here with me this afternoon. I actually had a question come up to me in a presentation that I delivered today in downtown St. Paul at Securian Financial, and my presentation was called 5 Morning Rituals for a Healthier Day. And these rituals have served both me and my clients very well. But I had a question come up from an audience member from one of the rituals that I shared with the audience. And I wanted to kind of hop on here for a few minutes today and talk a little bit about why I answered the way I did and what her question was, of course, and why there's only one to-do list that you need. And I'll go over that in just a few minutes. So the presentation that I ran today was called 5 Morning Rituals for a Healthier Life. And I firmly believe that it's not about habits necessarily, but it's about rituals. And habits are kind of the building block of rituals, but when you combine those habits in such a way that they feed into each other and support each other, then it's more of a ritual. And when you do it at the same time of day every day and it becomes a daily practice, that's how it becomes a ritual. So one of the rituals is all about writing things down. And someone from the audience raised her hand and was very brave and forward and said, "What about writing down my to-do list?" And this was an excellent question. So if you're a to-do list person, I want you to listen up really, really carefully. And I'll share with you what I shared with her today, this afternoon. If you hop on the video to watch me live, please say hi so I can see who is joining us. Also, if you're watching the replay, make sure you comment with your insights about what we're talking about. But the only to-do list you need. It's no secret for you, if you've been in my community for any time, that I'm not a to-do list kind of person. There's a reason for that. To-do lists are pretty much reminders or tactics or kind of way to keep your stuff all in one place, right? But to-do lists are often things that enslave us and entrap us in a way that does not feel very free, does not feel very blissful, and is not necessarily the direction we want to go when it comes to fulfilling our dreams. Because I'm all about achieving your boldest health dreams, not necessarily achieving that milestone. Yes, we talk about milestones when I'm working privately with folks because that's how we measure our progress. But when it comes to your health dream, you have to think bigger than a to-do list, right? So that's why I'm not a big fan of to-do lists personally. Now, one of my morning rituals for success is to write things down. And when I say things, I don't mean to-do items. I don't mean a honey-do list. I don't mean, what else would you write down? Pick up the dry cleaning, go to the store, those sorts of things. I don't mean writing down grocery lists. I don't mean everything you have to do that week. Hopefully you have a calendar tool that can assist you with those sorts of mundane tasks. But when it comes to the ritual of writing every morning for a healthier life, you have to think a little bit bigger and you have to think a little bit more creatively. Anyway, you got to use your creativity. That's what I meant to say. So when this woman raised her hand and asked me, well, can I write my to-do list? Yeah, absolutely. If you live by your to-do list, write your to-do list, just do not incorporate it as part of one of your healthy morning rituals. And here's why. Every morning I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. Every morning I write down 3 constructive questions, which are open-ended questions with not necessarily an answer, just ones that I can throw out and let the answer find me as opposed to me deciding for myself what the answer should be. Sounds kind of honky, but it works. So some of the things that you might write down as part of a healthy morning practice are affirmations. I am bold and beautiful and I feel good. I have everything I need. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, beautiful. I am loved. I am cherished. Those are examples of affirmations. And writing down affirmations is a lot different than writing down what you need to do. Because you can't fall behind on affirmations, right? Instead, affirmations put you in a place where you're aware, you're present, you are appreciative, you are grateful for what you have. And there's not a single to-do list that can do that for you. I'm sorry to say. The to-do list is a feeling of duty and responsibility and obligation. writing down affirmations gives you a feeling of positivity and energy and dreaming and everything that is beautiful and bold and will move you further towards your overall health goals. So that's the difference. Affirmations are just one example of what you should write as part of your morning rituals. And by the way, if you're not a morning person, comment on here and say, I'm totally not a morning person, and we'll strategize and figure out ways to make this work maybe for your bedtime rituals. Yes, there are bedtime rituals in addition to morning rituals. Some other things you can do right in the morning that are not a to-do list. How about a love note? I'm guessing if you're watching this video, there is someone in your life that you love, right? When was the last time you expressed that love? I'm guilty. I've been married for about 15 years now. And I can honestly say, while my husband and I tell each other every day that we love each other, and we'll end our phone calls with I love you, we don't ever write love notes to each other. Nope. I will also say that as the mom of 2 kids, I don't write enough love notes to my kids. Yes, I verbalize love and appreciation and gratefulness every night before we go to bed to my children. They each get 3 things that I love about them every single night. Not always the same thing every night, because that gets boring. But I rarely write down what I love about them and put it in front of them. That has power, you know. It's not just what they hear, it's also what they see. It's what they are surrounded by. How about a love note to yourself? If you're solo or you're empty nesting or what have you, maybe you're living the single life and loving it, not a problem. Write a love note to yourself. Especially if you're a single person, because you don't get exposed to as many opportunities to get complimented. And yes, you are worthy of compliments. Absolutely. I believe that 110%, and you should believe that as well. You are worthy of compliments. You are worthy of love. And give yourself some love. Write it down. What are some other things you can write? I'm a blogger, so if you haven't seen my blog yet, make sure to join me at waitlistchronicles.com. I have amazing resources twice a month. I write fresh and new information for you and content. For me, that is a creative writing outlet. And I fell in love with creative writing when I was only in 10th grade, and I was able to do different stories. I did a collaboration story with one of my friends, and it was amazing and super fun. And I actually shared, we had kind of like an open mic time once a week in my school where I shared my creative writing. And that was a powerful and scary thing, and it stays with me to this day. So regardless of whether you choose to do open mic and you share your creative writing with others, that's okay. But I had a mom who approached me after my presentation today, and she said, well, I have 2 young kids, one's 3, one is 1.5, and I just don't have the time or energy to focus on creative writing. But I used to love it. So when it comes to you and when it comes to things that you used to love writing, whether you wrote journal, affirmations, spiritual practices, love notes, what have you, there might have been something in your past that you really enjoyed doing, writing down, that is. Rediscover that. Rediscover that, enjoy the heck out of it, and start writing it down. That's part of one of 5 morning rituals to accelerate your health. Excuse me. And that is why you need to throw out your to-do list. It is not serving you. Or at least put it to the side and focus on your morning ritual of creative writing, love notes, affirmations, what have you, so that you can enjoy yourself today and not enjoy checking things off a list that may or may not get completed at the end of the day. Doesn't that make you feel so refreshed and excited to know that you can write things down that are complete once you're done with them? Yes! That's the only list you need to write. Write whatever inspires and motivates you when you wake up in the morning. Write down your dreams, whatever you dreamed the previous night. Be in the moment and enjoy this moment, because tomorrow is not promised to us, and because bliss starts today. That is my message today. If you're watching this live, say hi. If you're watching the replay, say hi. Say hi anyway. I'll pop my website in there in case you want to get subscribed to my list so you can get my blog updates. And I did want to throw out a quick invitation. I have a Facebook group called Wait No More, WEIGHT. And I am hosting throughout the month of July 8 amazing experts who will help you figure out daily practices that serve you and serve your health without being overwhelming. And I call this the Summer Sparkle Summit. It's a completely online, on Facebook, in my group event. So once you join the group, you have access to everything. As soon as it becomes live and fresh, you can engage directly on the day it happens. You can engage in the replay. You can engage whenever you choose to. But I invite you to consider joining us in Wait No More, because not only are you getting amazing value from 8 different experts throughout the month to help you achieve your boldest health goals, but I also ask my experts to share free gifts with you. So if you like free, and you like improving your health, and you like exposing yourself to different trains of thought and perspectives than you've ever experienced before, you have to join us. Why haven't you joined us yet? Wait No More is the location. I will pop the link underneath this video. In the meanwhile, thank you for watching me, and I hope you have a blissful day. Talk soon.